sleep was one of the important issues you talked about earlier, right? So, and I know you're a big advocate of sleep.
I'm a sleep Nazi.
Okay,
straight
good.
up.
Okay, so what do you enforce as a sleep Nazi?
No ifs or buts. Go to bed at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Like I want you sleeping at 10 p.m.
Regardless of where they're in the world.
Regardless.
Okay.
Regardless of where you are.
Why is that?
There's many reasons why. The simplest reason, we run a circadian clock, and what circadian clock is light dark cycles, right? Sun comes up, your body goes up.
Yeah.
Sun goes down, your body shuts down. But when you're staying up late, say at midnight or 1 a.m., your body still thinks it's daytime. Now when your body thinks it's daytime, it has daytime hormones. It does not activate nighttime hormones such as melatonin, prolactin, and there's so many other like dopamine. And this causes a negative effect. Your body decreases in health.
So hold on. When the sun goes down,
yes,
a certain chemical reactions happen in the body, but depending on where you are in the world, sun goes down differently.
That's right.
Right? So even here we are in Toronto, and sometimes sun will go down at 10. Sometimes the sun will go down at 4:30.
That's right.
Right?
But that's why I make it 10 o'clock, because even if you're working, say, a 9 to 5 job, there's no excuses to be bed by 10. So, for example, look, wintertime, technically we should be going to bed at 6.
So is that a heuristic, or just 10 is just like a simple...
It's a safe zone.
Safe zone, got it.
It's a safe zone.
So it's not recommended.
Through scientific validations and looking at studies exactly how the clocks work in our brain, 10 p.m. is that threshold that if you pass 10 p.m., there's the negative consequences.
Got it.
So to make it simple for people, obviously I'm not going to tell a mother and a father and a person really busy, by the way, you got to go to bed at 6 p.m., they'll look at you like a loon, right? But 10 p.m., there's no excuses.
How much of their health and happiness is psychology based versus nutrition and health?
I think you can't take one without the other.
Oh, you can. But if you were to just slice it somewhere in between 0 to 100, where would you slice it?
The combination, like what's psychology, what's nutrition, they're intertwined. People relate themselves to food, right? That's why we have tribes of different people. I'm vegan, I'm paleo, I'm this, I'm that. They relate to that. That's their inner yin. You know what I mean?
That's their identity.
Yeah, exactly, right? And it's tough, right? Especially when you say somebody and that's their staple of food. For example, wheat. Don't eat wheat. They're like, you're attacking their very essence, right? They cannot accept reality because they're living in their own reality bubble, right? So it becomes a fine line of becoming like psychiatric or more, dealing with the mind essence, like creating habits and educating. I always like to say education. When your client or your friend or your family member you're trying to help out with, I find it very hard to help family because they just will not take advice. I'm pretty sure everyone can relate with this, right? But the best way is education. Do not impose your will on anybody because they become defensive. It's programmed in our genetics to be defensive for a safety mechanism. So when you impose your will on anybody out there, they shut you down.
At least directly.
Exactly, right? So the greatest thing you can possibly do is educate. Become a leader and educate and live by example. We have mirror neurons. Right? Monkey see, monkey do. So monkey see, monkey do, somebody over there eating certain types of food.
And so what's your best explanation of mirror neurons?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Okay.
Pretty much. I see UJ doing something, subconsciously my brain wants to copy. And I'll give a great example. We're watching a movie and we see something horrific happen in the movie. How many of us for a second go, right? That's mirror neurons. We feel that person's pain. Right? And that's one of the best. It's basically our body looking at a mirror and imaging whatever we're seeing.
And feeling and experiencing exactly what they're experiencing.
Everything. It's very fascinating stuff.
And so where did you find your driving force?
Where I find mine? Life events, man. That's all I gotta say. A series of events that took me from first in a very negative place, a very like dark, cloudy place, right? A place that no one should be. And that darkness, I took the anger in that darkness and I honed that anger, right? That dark energy, I honed it and I manipulated it towards positive. And because
you weren't always passionate about health.
No, it's the opposite.
So you share a little bit as much as you want to go in there.
I wasn't always passionate about health. I was blessed with good genetics to never be sick. I'm very thankful for that. I was never really fat. I wasn't a six-pack or anything. I'm not like how I am today. You can look me up. You'll see pictures of my past. Well, yeah, I'm not ashamed of it, right? And I had ADD issues beyond, like ridiculous amount of ADD. Brain fog was insanity. I could not concentrate. I couldn't even read a book. Forget about it. That's impossible. You pay me $1 million, I could not. I couldn't read a book, right? School, horrible. School, I had no energy, passion, purpose. School was bullshit to me, right? And all this was my past, and I lived like this for a very long time, and I ate crappy food, right? I ate horrible food. I partied. I did the whole regular thing that people do over here, and it didn't work. It put me down in a grave, and that was just one small cofactor that led me to my, certain negative situation that happened in my life. Multiple events happened in my life. You know, what you see in front of you here today is an effect of something that happened before. Right. So I went through the shitter. I went through some serious shit, and I'm here today to tell you that your life can change if you change nutrition. In 30 days, when I adopted this nutritional plan about 5 years ago, give or take, my life changed in 30 days. I lost about 10 pounds in 30 days. My cognitive skill cleared up so much. My vision in the world opened up. I actually got a new pair of glasses.
So what kind of changes did you make in those 30 days?
The very simple change. I didn't do much. I went on a paleo diet, the ancestral diet for 30 days.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
I did not do no different exercises. I did not do anything different. I just literally dropped the grains, dropped the dairy, and that's the changes I said. Obviously, I know processed food. That's right. And immense changes in 30 days. Immense, And so clearly,
tell me, you're passionate about what you do, right? And so tell me, last time you had this moment of, man, I love my work.
Every day, man. Every freaking day.
Great.
I wake up and I'm so happy to help people. Like, it's my burning. I like I mentioned before, I take that anger I have. I have anger towards what's happening in today's society. Our society is messed, and people are getting brainwashed and manipulated in a very bad way. So I take that anger in me and I hone it. Or sympathetic versus parasympathetic system.
And so can you explain to the audience what the parasympathetic works?
Yeah, so basically your body works in stress and non-stress states, right? Sympathetic is very stressed out, parasympathetic is chilled out, right? It's good to have for a very acute period, sympathetic. So you want to be stressed out for a very acute period. That's cool, right? But you don't want to be stressed out always, right? So you have to find the fine balance. A lot of people are overtraining. They think they have to go on a treadmill for half an hour a day. That's insanity.
And so how does the audience know when not to overtrain and when to stay within a certain sympathetic?
This is finding the awareness or finding the oneself, and this is where working closely with a practitioner comes into play. Right? Because it's kind of hard. You have a biased opinion when you just try to work on yourself. Even myself, right? I don't work on myself. I have someone that helps me work on me. I have my own practitioner and we work together. Even though I'm my own practitioner. But I have a biased view of myself.
Of course.
Right? Experts need experts. Coaches need coaches. Right? So you do not ever work on yourself. Working on yourself can only take you so far. Then you need external help.
Just to wrap up, what advice would you give the audience to start doing right now that they can see immediate results?
Number 1, go to bed at 10 p.m. Number 2, drink fresh water. Don't drink fluoride water.
And fresh water, where would they find fresh water from?
Anywhere. You can buy it. I'm not opposed to buying fresh water. You can find local springs around. You can get filters for your house. There's many options, but drink clean water. It gives you actual mental clarity. Your brain is sharper. Number 3, adopt an ancestral diet. Those are the 3 laws. Those are simple laws everyone can apply right now and pretty much cost you nothing. You actually save money. And
where can people find out more about the ancestral diet and yourself?
On my website, man. You know?
Great. And your website is?
Oh yeah, just search me up, AmeerRosic.com, and check out my YouTube channel, check me up on Google. Don't be shy, I don't bite. Send me an email if you want.
Perfect. Thanks for listening, guys, and hope you have a good time, and catch you guys later.
Thank you, guys.